Welcome to two of my favourite worlds in gaming, Rapture and Columbia. Both inspire awe. I'll take any excuse to revisit them. Hi there, and welcome to a Platinum Journey bonus episode for Bioshock Burial at Sea. The trophies are for beating part 2 on the hardest difficulty, some combat stuff, and finding audio logs. So join me as I return to not one, but two iconic locations.
Do you know what they call someone who enters a man's home uninvited? A thief.
It's been a while, Bioshock. It's been a while. And in particular, Bioshock Infinite. 2017 was the last time I played this. I can play in any difficulty for part 1. Doing easy. Kicking it old school, ladies and gentlemen. Kicking it old school. Even dug out this t-shirt. It now fits again.
We're closed.
You don't look the sort who can afford to turn down legitimate work.
What do you want?
How about we start with a light?
Bioshock is so special. It has a distinct look and feel and sound.
You can call me Elizabeth.
And you have been missed, Elizabeth. You really have. Elizabeth is in search of an orphaned missing girl named Sally. Booker, whose detective agency we last saw in Columbia, thinks the case is hopeless. And Sally is already dead.
Lost.
Look, I don't know where you get...
Lost isn't dead. Name your rate, I will pay you for this work. But you do this one gratis, wouldn't you?
I don't follow.
Something tells me you will.
Here we go. Oh. This is... Oh, I'm already happy. I'm back. No gods or kings, only man. Just, I see posters and I immediately go, it's distinct. I know it's a Bioshock game. Rapture Tribune, come on. How good is this? Also, how glorious is it to see Rapture in its heyday before the fall? Oh, the opulence of it all. I like going over to characters and hearing a little bit of what they're talking about.
If we were all made from common clay, then Einstein would have remained a patent clerk. It's our responsibility to strive.
Here, here.
Gives me a feel for how these people live, what they discuss, what bothers them, what drives them, what they do in their free time. When a gaming world is created this well, I like to get lost in it. Big Daddy. Couldn't be happier, folks. Could not be happier.
This world values children, not childhood. There's a profit to be made and men who make it. I'm taking you to one of them.
Elizabeth's lead is a particularly flamboyant artist, but his parties are an exclusive affair.
I'm with the artist struggle. We're expected.
No mask, no entry.
Stuffed shirt.
That allows me to explore some more.
You got an issue with my food pen. You're welcome to put on an apron.
Do games need combat? I'm having just as much fun picking up coins from the fountain. Invitations have to be around here somewhere. Elizabeth distracts store owners while I snoop around.
The assurances of a great...
Hit the bricks, you tramp!
Did you just call Elizabeth a tramp?
Off me!
Oh, you're lucky I'm not armed. Unforgivable, sir. I challenge you to a duel. Rapture Records, unfortunately, is also a bust.
Nothing.
Our last best bet is the artist's struggle. Ooh, the gallery. Bingo! Now we can see what a Sander Cohen party looks like during Rapture's heyday.
Ah, very well. Mr. Cohen awaits your participation at his performance.
So who is this fellow Cohen? Some sort of underworld figure?
Worse. He's an artist.
An artist who kidnaps children.
Cohen's muse is a bit more diverse. Gets an idea in his head, end a conversation.
Dance, dance, move!
Don't matter who gets hurt.
Open yourselves to the music, to the spirit of the eternal. My muse shall not be mocked. Fitzpatrick! Please! The stick! Enter, for God's sake! My muse shall not be mocked!
Wow.
Who are you?
Name's DeWitt.
Is that right? I know where the girl is. And I will send you to her. In exchange, all I ask is a dance.
If Sander Cohen wants us to dance, we dance.
Listen, we're not gonna keep...
Fitzpatrick!
Unfortunately, Elizabeth and Booker are not up to his standard. Despite this, Cohen does follow through and sends us to where his kidnapped little girls go.
I merely provide a service for those who have the means to pay. You'll find your little bird in the housewares department.
It's all quite sickening. We are now 5,000 fathoms, or 9,000 meters below Rapture. Sometimes you gotta realize life is pretty good. When you get to play a game like this, life is pretty good. My first bit of action. Standard Bioshock mix of weapons, powers, sky hooks and opening tears to other worlds.
Go ahead.
The combat trophies I'm after are for destroying 10 turrets, shattering enemies, and making them explode. Elizabeth and Booker descend deeper into this prison in search of Sally.
I can only imagine what they would do with a child in a place like this.
Come on, Sally!
She's hiding in the vents and refuses to come out. Can't blame her. Elizabeth's idea is to close off all but one exit, raise the temperature, and flush her out. Extreme, but we either find her or the splicers do. While closing vents and fending off splicers, I find the final audio log in part 1. With some hesitancy, Booker turns up the heat and immediately regrets it.
Sally! Sally, come out! It isn't working.
I told you she's coming.
Sally! Come out here right now!
No!
Sally. No.
Mr. Bubbles!
Oh yeah. Fighting a big daddy with Bioshock Infinite controls and a skyline. So cool. This being easy difficulty, it's not a challenging fight, but still fun.
Sally! I remember. All of it. That poor child.
She wasn't yours. Comstock.
Oh, no.
I wasn't.
No.
Yet you had to have me, didn't you?
No, this isn't right.
And when the guilt was too much.
You turned to us to solve your problem.
To provide a place to go where you might forget.
I am so sorry.
No, you're not. But you're about to be.
Excellent ending. I'd be content if it was just that. But there's a part 2. Start on 1998 mode, which means I have to do a non-lethal playthrough. I still remember this so well, just in awe. It's what you always wanted. And then you get to walk around. Oh, well done, Irrational. Just well done. This is probably the most idyllic version of Paris.
Bonjour, Elisabeth.
Bonjour. What a magical opening. Folks, this is DLC. It could have been its own game.
Jalouse, ma petite. C'est pas interdit pour un homme de voir avec deux jolies filles.
Irrational, feel free to do a full game in France. Just wow. Oh boy.
Sally? Sally!
Back to reality. Booker/Comstock is dead. Sally's captured by Atlas, although we know under the disguise he's Fontaine, and Elizabeth is at the end of a gun. Instead of focusing on saving Sally, getting revenge took priority. She'll be racked with guilt during all of part 2. In order to set things right, she makes a deal with Atlas to get him back to Rapture in exchange for Sally.
In case I need to get hold of you. If you see Suchong, tell him Atlas says he hasn't forgotten him.
This might be the best thing I've played all year. Dr. Suchong, a man unbound by petty morality, responsible for creating plasmids, little sisters and big daddies, can free Atlas and his men. How? Elizabeth and the player don't quite know yet. It's a bit fuzzy. Elizabeth is being guided by a memory of the Booker she knew from Columbia.
You'll want to get the drop on him, and quiet. He can't hear what's only in your head.
Little trippy, yes. I like it. Okay, I gotta take a second. It's over here. Oh, I'm exploring every centimeter. Every centimeter is getting explored. Look at this. Even down here, exercise is still important. This is why it's nice to do all the collectibles. Fontaine's hidden room. Come on, how good is this?
Fontaine and Atlas. Son of a bitch.
On the way to Suchong's lab, Elizabeth discovers he knows about Columbia. Even has a Lutece device capable of opening tears.
What did I tell you?
Woohoo! Get to go back to Columbia. Retrieve the quantum particle. It is responsible for allowing vessels, streets, buildings, and ships to float in Columbia. One of these will raise Fontaine's department store off the sea floor and back to Rapture. Atlas will be pleased. Nice and simple, get in, get out. Right?
Pretty lady not finished yet.
What?
Suchong wants a hair sample of a young Elizabeth, not realizing he is talking to the grown-up version. He thinks it will help him bind the big daddy's two little sisters, much like Elizabeth and Songbird. Oh no, I must explore more of this majestic floating city. God damn, this is so cool. And now I'm onto voxophones. Look who I pass riding the elevator.
Look, are you there? I miss you. You were the only one who ever... You were my only friend.
I'm not even here. I'm a projection of your own.
Could you humor me then? Please.
I think Booker would miss you.
Hair sample retrieved, I fight my way back to Suchong's tear. Non-lethally, of course. The combat, even on the hardest difficulty, is grand. By taking it slow, I don't have any issues, which is fine by me. I'm mainly here for the story and settings. Suchong is delighted with the hair sample. Elizabeth attaches the new test particle to the load-bearing position of Fontaine's department store, causing it, much like Columbia, to rise.
It's working. Atlas, you feel that? You have your prison break. Now bring me the girl.
However, Atlas wants one last thing. Codename Ace in the Hole. That's the final audio log. The last 2 trophies are for beating the game and beating it on 1998 mode, which I am so close to doing.
There's the ace. This is it. This is the ace in the hole.
Oh, and it all comes to a close, folks.
We both know what happens next. Just get it over with.
Well, love, if you insist. What is this? It's just a bunch of gibberish. What does this say?
It says... Would you kindly...
We've got the activation phrase. Now all we've got to do is get that genetic freak of nature on an airplane and Rapture's ours. Yeah!
And so, the events of Bioshock are put into motion. The plane crash, Atlas's coup, chaos, excessive splicing, the fall of Rapture, Andrew Ryan and Fontaine's death. And in one scenario, you as the player saving the little sisters, including Sally. Wow. Oh my. Special. They're special. Thank you very much for joining me. I have no words. Take care, folks. And I shall continue counting down the days until the next Bioshock game.
A little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned, wear a hat, sometimes play chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, these seem impossible to score. So I dream on to someday find